Hi guys, how are you? So like I promised you, I'm going to post some videos from a trip that I'm going to make from Brampton, Toronto to Surrey, British Columbia. And now I'm driving on Ontario 17. Close to Manitoba border, so Kenora. Soon I'll be in Kenora, Thunder Bay. I was driving through Thunder Bay, actually the ring road of Thunder Bay. This road is killing me. I don't know. I'm new in Canada. I have 1.5 years, but Highway 1, Trans-Canada, the most, I think, used one from Toronto to Winnipeg. You have one line on one line each way. Yeah, it's I don't know how to say it, but in Europe this is called road. Come on, Canada, yeah. But as I learned and saw Canada, it's not that great, like they say. Yeah, Canada. What to say about Canada? My opinion changed about Canada. I don't want to be harsh on Canadians, but come on. This road, look. You are driving like in Robin Hood's time. Lots of constructions. You don't have where to stop with the truck. Just a few places, and all of them are dirt roads, yeah? Dirt car parkings with unbelievable dirty washrooms. You are moving like a snail. Okay, people, they don't know how to drive. Loads of ethnicities around here that maybe they jumped from the horse straight to a truck and they think that they are like the best ones, like Superman. And this is the cruel truth about Canada. I'm driving from Canada to US all the time. US is something else. It's something different. Their infrastructure is unbelievable. Even on roads like this, you are able to drive humanly, like 100 at least kilometers per hour, and you have loads of places where to stop, decent ones, decent. You can take a shower, you can live like a human. But in Canada, that it's not possible. If you're going to like and subscribe, I will going to show you all the trip from Toronto to Vancouver. Actually, I'm just close to suburbs of Vancouver, and the road is drivable from Winnipeg to Calgary. It's drivable because you will see the quality of the road, and you will see now how the camera moves. So come on. You are at least 20 years behind Europe. And all the tech, all the vehicles, everything is behind. I don't know how this had happened with you, but everything around here is a bit disappointing. And now Canada is full of everyone, yeah? And Canadians, they don't want to be under the US. Why you don't want to be under the US? Because you're independent. Oh my God. First of all, look at your bills. Who you see on the bills? Is the Queen and King, or, yeah? So you never been independent. You've been under the Queen, now King, and Montreal and Quebec, it's under French. So I think that if Trump wants to destroy Canada, he will be able to do it. Economically, you will be destroyed. Canada will be destroyed. So, in other words, let's think about commerce, yeah? You want to fight with the US and to counter tariffs, to put counter tariffs on the US. And you are tariffing yourself, the provinces between them, they don't have a free market policy. That's unbelievable. I couldn't believe when I heard about something like that. Canada is not united and Canada wants to fight US. How? US is the most and the biggest economy on the world. Maybe China is also, but Canada is 1% of the US in economics. So, and you are proud, you are too proud, but so poor. That's the truth, yeah? And you are, when you are in relation with some government institutes, you can communicate with them through mail, not email, mail, or fax. What the fuck is that, fax? When I was a kid, my parents used to use a fax. I didn't see a fax in at least 10 years or 15 years. 10 years, okay, not 15, 10. But you are still using fax, and everything has to be sent to the government through fax or mail. Again, Robin Hood is still here. Yeah, because the British are here, and I think Robin Hood is still ruling these woods. Look at the woods. You will see Robin Hood soon. So come on. You don't use email. Email, government guys, and everything is moving like snail here. Yeah. And it's moving backwards, not forward. Everything takes so long to get it sorted. Laziness, Canada has to be called laziness country. Yeah, and people that they don't even, sorry about the word, clean their sheets of the dog in front of their trailers. They don't live in a house, they live in trailers, most of them, and they are so lazy that they have to hire someone to pick their dog's shit from the yard. Yeah, and not, they don't have money. They say that the people that they have to come in that day because maybe their socials will be in those days. So, what's with Canada, guys? Enlighten me, comment. Maybe you are not sharing the same opinions with me, but everything it's fucked up. Yeah, this is the word. US, it's something else. Yeah, they have their issues too, but if Trump will want to take Canada, that will be not even a war. That will be just a courtesy visit. Yeah, they will visit Canada and they will take it. Yeah. And so many mean people, even in traffic, they don't allow trucks to change the lanes. When they see a truck signaling, if I want to change the lane, they will going to accelerate, not allow me to change. When I'm driving my personal car, is the same shit. So people are so mean. I think that this is the outlaw country. Look, the police wave ahead. outlaw country. Yeah? Everyone came here because they had some issue with the law. Yep. And the level of intelligence is not that great. But not intelligence is the problem, because people are different and not sorry about that. My phone collapsed. Let's see. It works? It works. Maybe the phone is too heavy. So, I don't know. I was expecting something else. Maybe. For sure. Not maybe. And I found a shithole. Canada, to drive in Canada, to be a truck driver in Canada is like a shithole. In the truck stops, you're going to find dirt on the ground. You have to have special shoes if you care about your personal hygiene and if you want to be a clean guy. If you don't want to be one, that's okay, it's the perfect country to come in. So if you don't want, come here and you will be in your element. So you will go to fuel, put some fuel in your truck, and you're going to have loads of dust all over you. The trucks are like in Flintstone time. Even the newer ones, even the new ones, yeah, even those ones from 2025 are the same, yeah, and they are still building those old school trucks that they are like, come on, Flintstone is a small child compared with what's here. Yeah. So this is my opinion about Canada, and I think recently situation changed. I think it wasn't. Maybe it was some things were the same, but now inflation went up. Living cost all over the world, it's up, and here too. At least electricity and gas is not expensive at the moment, because that will change, I think. That situation will going to change soon. It's unbelievable cheap to heat your house. So I'm driving now on Trans-Canada, you see? I'm in a dreaded ride, 300 kilometers away from Winnipeg, doing 50 like in the old times in Europe, guys. yeah, but it's called Trans-Canada. Stay connected. I don't want to say bad things about anyone, but this is the truth. If you are Canadian, you have to accept it. Situation is not that good in Canada, and you are trying to fight with the US with counter tariffs. I think that's the worst thing. The Alberta Premier is a lady, I don't know, I don't remember her name. That lady, she has some brain in her head. Not like Melanie Jolie and those French guys that they are so proud that they are speaking French, maybe. So that lady wants to break from Canada and be a part of the US, because she understood that without US, Canada is nothing. And if the US will not going to buy Alberta's oil, they will going to close the business. Yeah, they will going to close the shop. Yeah, maybe Trump is just, I don't know, the way he is, but still, he is the president of the biggest and strongest country in the world. Don't mess with him. We have a word from the country that I'm coming from. If you see that the guy is crazy, let him be. Don't disturb him. Because if you're going to watch him, disturb him, he will going to come after you. And that happened actually with Canada. If Trudeau would have another policy with Trump, would know how to deal with the crazy guy, then Canada would be in another situation now. But now Canada is between tariffs, US tariffs and Canadian tariffs. And as Trump doesn't understand that the tariffs that he is trying to impose on imports are affecting just the US people, the last consumer, the everyday buyer, the small guy that will going to go in the store and will going to pay all of the salary for the grocery. The same, the Canadians, they don't understand if they are striking with counter tariffs, they will do exactly the same thing. The quality of the life will go down and everything will go more expensive. And if the US will not going to buy that oil, what they are going to do with that? They will have problems. So again, I have 16 minutes since I'm talking, and maybe I drove 7 kilometers. So 2025 Canada, the connection between Toronto and Vancouver, Trans-Canada, looks like this. I told you, okay, from Winnipeg to Calgary is a freeway, but the shape of that freeway, how it looks, it's like driving on Hitler's road from Poland, yeah, that road that he built with concrete, from concrete, yeah, it's the same. Maybe his engineers built that road too, because let's say the truth, yeah, in Canada lots of Germans are living from Argentina. From Argentina. What? Germans from Argentina? Ah, yeah. I heard that. I read about that. What happened when Berlin was conquered by the Russians in 1948, 47, something like that? What happened? Including Hitler, that they say that he killed himself in his bunker in Berlin, including Hitler, he fled Berlin through Spain with the destination Argentina. Lots of his Nazi fellow are in Argentina, and their kids are here now. Let's say the truth. I'm not afraid of anyone. This is the truth. Okay, you don't have to blame the kids of those guys, but they are having, I don't know, they'll have to live with what their parents and parents did. That's their business. So again, Trans-Canada. I will have highway through hell, yeah? Coquihalla will come too. You're going to see Coquihalla. So stay tuned, like, subscribe. Highway 17. I supposed to drive on Highway 11 from North Bay, Highway 11, but yesterday at 6, I don't know what happened there. It was a large traffic jam and I took the 17. Yeah. And subscribe, share, like, and you're going to see if I will be still driving in the winter. You are going to see this road in the winter. Last night I spent my night in Wawa, Ontario. Yeah, is on Highway 17, of course. Wawa in a ESSO petrol stop, truck stop. But again, dirt. I supposed to film record, but I promise you that I'm going to do. Yeah, for the guys that don't know the truth about how the truck drivers are treated, because actually 80% of Canadian goods are moved with trucks. They have loads of fleets, large fleets, but we don't have where to stop. The rest areas, some of them are not open, and those ones that they are opened, you're going to see a sign, no trucks allowed. You're going to find some old school truck stops like in the 50s in Europe with livable stores. I'm coming from Romania. We had in Romania in the 80s and 70s those country stores that they were selling groceries, but they are rural stores, old-fashioned stores. They are here in Canada, in Ontario, in North Bay area, Wawa, what area? Thunder Bay. It's not different. Maybe the city Thunder Bay, it's okay, but the rest of the area is way behind civilization. I just stopped to fuel a few hours ago in a Flying J. One of the fewest Flying J's. So from Toronto to Winnipeg you have two Flying J's. One in Saint Ste-Marie. Maybe I'm not pronouncing good. Ste-Marie something. Yeah. And the other one is just at 50 kilometers away from Thunder. That one from Ste-Marie, it's okay, but this one from Thunder Bay is like old school. So I'm blessed that I'm not driving in Canada that much. I'm doing most of the times US to Canada and back and forth. Sometimes we have to take some trips like this, but you can drive 13 hours, but with 90, and you're going to encounter some shitty drivers. I have to call by their names. Shitty drivers that they don't know how to drive. Even truck drivers, those ones that they jumped from horse straight to a truck, that they are braking all the times, they don't know what's engine brake, and they don't know how to drive. So Canada, it's not where I want to drive. I don't know, maybe those truck drivers, a real truck driver, they like it. Good for you. Keep on doing that, because Canada is counting on you. It's counting on you, but they are not offering you good conditions. You are like in the 50s, yeah, but the difference is that now it's 2025. So Kenora is 117 kilometers away from here. Nice images in Kenora. I think it will be night when I will be in that region. Oh, don't get me wrong. There are loads of nice things too, but those nice things things, they don't invest. The government doesn't invest in the infrastructure. Yeah. In the winter, I didn't record last winter because I was focused on the road. I was driving on some icy roads that in Europe you are using your skates to go on those roads, not your car or truck. Yeah. When the first winter came, let me show you some images. Hardly, I'm not that nice. So, when the first snow came, loads of those guys that jumped from a horse to a truck were in the ditches. We got stuck on Highway 1, Trans-Canada Highway 1. Everything was stuck because a bad accident had happened in front and people died. It was messy. All of us, all the other trucks and cars were directed to reverse to the nearest junction. Yeah. So they put us out from that road and they gave us a detour. But on that detour, let's call them by their names, Indians guys, we got stuck again. And those guys, when they saw that we got stuck, there were some fields around us with some dirt roads on the fields covered with snow, of course, and snow and the temperature was like -2, -3, so the ground was soft, wet. They went on those roads, dirt roads, and they wanted to turn around and go back, and they got stuck. And another nice Indian fellow truck drivers, they went with their trucks there to pull them out. I'm disappointed that I didn't record that, but it was like on candy camera. On those roads, not even with my personal or with a 4x4, I wouldn't go in on that temperature and on snow. They were going inside with the truck, with the loaded truck. Come on. So, this is just my opinion. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But this is the bad truth. Yeah. And being paid by the mile is the biggest shit you're going to encounter in your life. Because everything that goes bad affects the driver. Every delay of the dispatch, shipper, receiver, custom, and weather, and the truck is on you. So, that being said, if you are in Europe, being a truck driver, stay there. If you are badass, come here. If you want to just go on holidays, like in holiday, because in a holiday, what you're going to go and spend money. It's like here, you're a truck driver and spending money on the road. Yeah, this is the truth and nothing but the truth, guys. I know that some guys, they don't like what I say.